What's up, fellow Valheimers? We're back here in the Mistlands, and I did make a short on all of the new weapons here in Mistlands, but like as shorts are, it was super short, 60 seconds long. I tried to show off as much as I could about the weapons in a very short amount of time. So if you guys want like a very quick skim through, I recommend checking out that short for all of the new Mistlands weapons. But I did feel like this video actually deserve like its own video, full-length video, where I show the crafting requirements and like the stats on every weapon. So that's what we're here to do today. So firstly, we're going to look inside of the Black Forge for everything you can craft there, and then we're going to go up to the Galder table and look at the staff requirements and stuff like that. So for all of the non-magic stuff, we've got the Arbalist. Let's see, where is the Arbalist? We're going to look at the crafting requirements for all of these, and then we're going to look at the stats on everything, and then we're going to go test the stuff out live. So the Arbalist, these are the crafting requirements. Now this thing, you'll see later on, it's actually a super slow reload time, high damage crossbow. Then we've got the Spine Snap, which is a really good bow for the Mistlands. Where's the Spine Snap at? Oh, right here. Fine Wood, Bone Fragments, and Refined Eater. Then we're looking at the Jotunbane and the Mistwalker. So the Jotunbane is right here. Yggdrasil Wood, Iron, Bile Bags, and Refined Eater. The Mistwalker is actually probably the best weapon in the Mistlands, at least against the Seekers and stuff like that. It does really high damage to that stuff. So you can see all the stats and the requirements here for that. And then we've got Crom and the Demolisher. So Crom is a big two-handed sword. You can see the stats here, and these are the crafting requirements. You will have to kill some rabbits for that scale hide. Let's see, Demolisher, right here. Big old hammer, and you can see the weapons are actually on the wall. I did put every weapon on the wall here. So these are the crafting requirements and stats for the Demolisher. Then we've got the Carapace Spear, and then we're going to go look at the staff. So the Carapace Spear, where are you? Right here. Yggdrasil Wood, Carapace, and Mandibles. These are the stats on the Carapace Spear. This actually has a really good attack speed to it, so you can just really steadily poke stuff. So it really depends what your build is that you're trying to go for here as to what weapon you're going to want. But in my opinion, the Mistwalker probably beats everything because it's super high damage. Now, I will need to eat some food for testing the magic stuff later on. Let's see, we've got the Staff of Embers, Staff of Frost, Staff of Protection. We're going to go to the Galder table and look at the crafting requirements for that stuff. And we've also got the Dead Razor, which is a newer item that they added that you can summon skeletons with. So the Staff of Embers, here are the stats, here are the crafting requirements. Staff of Frost, stats and requirements, protection, la-di-da-di-doo, and the Dead Razor. Super easy to make. Alright, now I'm going to fly over to a infested mine. I guess I'll go to the nearest infested mine, and we're going to test out all this stuff there. Alright, fellas, we made it to the nearest infested mine, and you can see I'm already being attacked. So let's start off from the beginning. Oh god, this was not a good idea. Oh, I do have God mode on. Okay, so they're going to smack me around, but it won't actually deal any damage. So let's check out the Arbalist. These take Carapace bolts. I should have shown the crafting requirements for those. They're kind of expensive. So you can see it takes a while to load the Arbalist. And the damage to Seekers isn't great. I really like using the Arbalist on things like the Big Yaw because it has a good range and a high damage, especially if you hit them in the underbelly. But that is the Arbalist. We're going to check out the Spine Snap. I'm using... what am I using for arrows here? Carapace arrows. So I'm using Carapace bolts for the Arbalist and Carapace arrows for the Spine Snap. This does pretty good damage, especially compared to the Arbalist that takes longer to reload. I would recommend using this instead of the Arbalist on things like Seekers. You see I had a 39 there. The only thing is that the Arbalist actually doesn't take stamina, where the Spine Snap does. So let's check out the Jotunbane. I'm just going to try to do circles and avoid flying into the water here. Where's the Jotunbane? Jotunbane. Alright, dude. Come on. Don't do this to me now. Come on. Let me out of the water, bro. I'm going to have to fly out of the water here. God mode. Alright, Jotunbane. I didn't activate unlimited stamina. That way you guys can actually see the amount of stamina that these swings take and stuff like that. Now this does apply some sort of like poison dot on it, so keep that in mind if you're, I don't know, curious about what these different weapons do. They usually, some of them have different elemental effects, and the Jotun's Bane seems to be a poison damage over time effect. Alright, fourthly, we've got the Mistwalker. This is my favorite weapon, dude. The Mistwalker wrecks. It's a one-handed sword, doesn't use a lot of stamina, it's pretty quick to swing, and it completely annihilates Seekers. I'm just going to kill these Seekers off. Oh, a little bit of lag here. I'm going to kill these Seekers off, and then we're going to go into the Infested Mine. And I'll show you guys the next weapon. So the next one we're going to do is the Him and Affle. This is a lightning spear. This is a really cool one because it actually has this lightning effect that goes off so everybody in the area can see when you're attacking something. So we're going to go in here and check out the attacks and the damage for the Him and Affle. Yes, sir. This does decent damage to Seekers. It completely annihilates the smaller ticks. Oh my god, I'm being swarmed here. Holy Christ. Alright, next weapon is the Crom. This is a big two-handed sword here. See if I get this equipped. This does good damage, but for the amount of stamina usage and for as slow as it is to swing, it's hard to compare this to the Mistwalker. Really, I think the Mistwalker might take the cake out of every weapon here in Mistlands. I'm going to try to regen my stamina and go back at it. See, it's not great, but, I mean, it's whatever. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about these weapons as I test them out in the comments. So let's go to the Demolisher. The Demolisher is a cool one. I don't think I'll be using it. Really, like I said, I think the Mistwalker sword is going to be my favorite one. Ah, get off me, Tick. Come on. This one does do a big area of effect. And I don't think it has a little bit of knockback. So it'd be cool if you were in Carapace armor, working as the team's tank with this and kind of keeping things at bay. The good thing about this is that it does keep things off you, but it does take quite a bit of stamina as well. So you're going to want to take health and stamina food when you're using the Demolisher. Now on to the Carapace Spear. Like I said, the Carapace Spear is not that bad, actually. It has a really high attack speed, which I really like about it. And it does do decent damage against Seekers. So this is probably up there on the list of Mistlands weapons to be using. See if I can get my stamina back. See if I can get a full bar of stamina. I'm only eating magic food, so my health regen, my stam regen and my stam capacity isn't that great. But I'm doing my best to show these off. The build that I went with was actually a mage build. So I'm not really prepared to be doing like melee stuff like this. So we are going on to the staffs next. Let's see if I can pull out my staff. The Staff of Embers. This was the one that I used for a while before I even used any of the other ones. So it did become my favorite. I do think I like this one over the Ice Staff. It does a fire damage over time effect. And it does pretty decent damage just when you're lobbing the fireballs. And they go pretty far too. So if you're trying to surprise people with some fireballs, you can be out of range and just be lobbing them over towards them. And they'll be like, what the heck's going on? But that is the Staff of Embers. We're going to check out the Staff of Frost next. This you can actually hold down, and it shoots projectile frost missiles. You can see we're using Eater now, which is the Valheim equivalent to magic. Let's shoot down at these guys, see what kind of damage it does on Seekers. Oh, I can't shoot down that angle. Come on. This does really good damage against Seekers. Probably, debatably better than the Staff of Embers. I would recommend, if you're on a team, to split your weapons up, though. That way you're getting different damage types and different elemental effects and stuff like that. So my favorite staff here. Now this one isn't a damage staff, but this is the Staff of Protection. I'm going to be carrying this with me everywhere I go. I'll probably be rocking the Spine Snap, the Staff of Embers, the Staff of Protection, and the Mistwalker. Those are my preferred weapons. But the Staff of Protection, now you can activate it and it gives you a bubble of protection around you. Now, if we read the stat here, it says magic barrier. That's the effect. A magical shield that absorbs damage for 60 seconds. The damage absorption is based on skill. It says mine's 219. That's the amount of damage that it absorbs. And my skill, I don't think is that high. Let's check out if I can actually pull up my skill here and find what skill this is. Elemental magic, blood magic. So at 3, damage eater. Okay, elemental. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is blood magic because if you hover over it, it actually says for a slight blood offering, it will protect the caster in a magical shell. So I'm guessing it takes health. Yeah, it does take health away from you, but it negates a ton of damage. Literally, I'm only level 3 in this, guys. And the more damage the shield takes, the more you level up. So if you want to level up that skill, just go with a bunch of magic food and keep this active while you're getting hit, and you will level up. Let's see if I can actually test that theory with this. This hits me for nothing. Hits me for nothing. And it'll keep hitting me for nothing as long as it doesn't reach that damage threshold. So now you see it did actually reach that 219 or whatever the damage threshold was, and the shield goes away, but it's easy to just activate it again. So with this, you want to make sure if you're trading this, bring some health food, bring some magic food. That is the Staff of Protection. And this actually has an area of effect as well. So if you activate this ability in the middle of your teammates, it will give them this bubble as well. They do have to be fairly close to you for it to work. But I think for the Mistlands boss fight, there are going to be a lot of ads and stuff you need to take care of, as well as focusing and worrying about the queen itself. So I definitely recommend having somebody there as a mage, constantly buffing everyone with the Staff of Protection. Now, the last thing we're going to look at is the Dead Razor. This is a really cool one as well. It's kind of, I think it goes hand in hand with the Staff of Protection. I think whoever's using the Staff of Protection should probably be summoning skeletons with the Dead Razor as well. Oh, get off me, man. Come on. 2 tick. Oh, let's make it 3. Come on, right here. I got an opening for you. Go ahead. There you go. All right. Now, this is the Dead Razor, and you can actually summon 1 skeleton with it, but if you upgrade it, you can summon 2 skeletons with it. So we're going to go down here where these ticks aren't jumping on us. Try to get away from those guys. And we're going to summon some skeletons. Ooh, they're fast. They followed me real quick. Now, the skeletons summon with random names, and apparently the ticks can latch onto the skeleton. He's like, what's going on? So these skeletons, they actually come up with different names. The first one you spawn will always have a sword, I do believe. And if you upgrade the Dead Razor, you can summon 2 skeletons. So we're going to summon a second. And this one will always have a bow, I believe. Oh, I could be wrong. This guy has a sword. Okay, so maybe it's completely random. This one has a sword and a shield, while this one only has a sword. So maybe it's completely random. I don't know. If I try to summon another one, I don't think it'll let me. Or it might cancel out. Yeah, actually cancel out the first one. So... huh. So we got a sword and shield again. And it's a different variation of a shield. I know I raised one once that had a bow, so I'm not sure. I guess it's just completely random. But they do spawn with different names. And you can pet them. I'm not sure what that does. And you can also rename them if you wanted to. But those are all of the weapons that are new to the Mistlands. Hopefully you guys got what you came here for. Like I said, I made a short. I've been making shorts lately here on YouTube that show things off in a very quick manner. But I felt like something like this really just kind of deserved its own video. Now these guys are going to go really well for protecting whatever kind of mage you are, especially if you're a Staff of Protection mage and you don't really use any other magic. These guys are going to keep things at bay, and it's nice to have that extra damage around you as well. So anyway, like I said, hopefully you guys got what you came here for. I'm stuttering. I don't even know what to say. Keep an eye out for my other videos here on Valheim for more exclusive information. I'll catch you guys on the flippity flop.